Hey guys, SilentCiel here. Welcome to an unboxing video. I haven't done this in a while. I have quite a bit of stuff stored up to do unboxing for, but really haven't found the time because of full-time job and of course all the Macross content that I've been focusing on. As you can see right in front of me, another unboxing video of Macross content. So I do apologize to those who actually follow my channel for other stuff, probably like Spider-Man for the PS4 or maybe any other games that I've done in the past but have been left hanging for a while. I do plan to get back on those, especially for Monster Hunter Story, and of course the Walking Dead Season 2. And yes, I do know about the sad news for Season 3, the final episode or the final season for the Walking Dead Telltale series. I do know about that as well, but you know, I'm still praying that hopefully with the new handing over of the Telltale series to the creator of the Walking Dead's gaming company. I'm not too sure of all the names of the company because I don't really keep track of all that. I just listen to the news and then just pray for the best, that kind of stuff. So guys, I'm just a casual gamer that loves the series. I do wish the best for the Walking Dead series. Hopefully they will do justice to the game itself that Telltale has done for the Walking Dead series since its very beginning until now. Hopefully it ends well and it does get a hard copy release so that I myself can actually play the game personally, and of course to show you guys the story when it does come out as a physical copy for the consoles. I do know it's released for the PC, but as of now it is up to episode 2 of the last season. So yeah, anyway guys, getting back to where we are. It is all about these two figures right here. Macross fans will probably know what this is. It is the 35th anniversary for, well, Macross series, but actually now it's the 36th anniversary because 35th was last year, but right now is the 36th anniversary for Macross in general. Yeah, but it is the 10th anniversary for Macross Frontier, so this is why this figurines existed, because, well, it is the 10th anniversary for Macross Frontier. As you can see, I'm just showing you guys the images on the boxes for EXQ figure Sheryl Nome. Yeah, so this is pretty nice. This is my first ever Sheryl Nome figure. I did not plan to own any Sheryl Nome figure except for the Sayonara no Tsubasa one, which I have yet to get. So, anyways, they come as a set, or rather they are sold separately. If you're wondering how you can get these, they are obtainable via Japan arcades by the game CraneKing, or rather most Japanese people will probably know the game as a UFO crane catcher, or a UFO catcher in short. So yeah, you have to toss in a few hundred yen to have a chance to play the game, where you use a claw machine to try and obtain the prizes. So this is probably the most sexy shot a Ranka figure has ever obtained, you know, just for box display. Look at a very clean shot of her belly and very hot pants. Dang. So anyway guys, we're gonna unbox these two figurines right now. I'm gonna take a look at the quality of the EXQ figures. I know there have been a long range of EXQ figures ever since CraneKing has started making them. They are very cheap figures of a very high quality range. I do have other EXQ figures. If you guys watch my other unboxings, like the one I did for SAO's Lifa's birthday, yeah, I did unbox an EXQ Lifa figurine, so you probably have gotten an understanding of an EXQ figure quality by then. But if you guys have never opened an EXQ figure for yourself, well, and you're a Macross fan, so I guess this is your first time experiencing an EXQ figure quality first hand, I guess. Well, it will always be better to see the figure quality, you know, in person rather than off a camera. My camera, however, does not do justice. As you can see, it's a little bit overexposed. I'm just using the exposure, higher brightness on the camera right now of my phone. That's how I usually do my videos. I don't really have a very good video camera to do recording on. I do have that Sony GoPro camera that records 4K, but somehow it doesn't do very well in room lighting, so that's why I reverted back to my phone camera for such recordings, guys. I think my iPhone 8 does a better job than that camera. So anyways, we're gonna unbox the figure. I'm gonna move Ranka aside because the box is huge as well. Okay, so pulling out the box, so it's a lot of, well, the box is just empty like that. You can probably just toss it away. The figure is just like this. It's literally, if you're gonna compare my palm size, it's like that big. So all you do is just slide the figure out. All the cardboard is just to protect the figure. Yeah, so like I said, this is actually a prize from a UFO catcher game in Japan. Yeah, so for those who are already living in Japan or have already exported the figure from Japan, Sheryl Nome was the first one to be released before Ranka, and so Sheryl fans probably have seen this in their collection already by now. So yeah, okay, let's open this up. Okay, just slicing the plastic away. Alright, so I'm tossing this aside. Okay, so the figure is one whole piece by itself. Let me just try and focus the camera. As you can see, it's not very well lit up, so I do have to use the camera's brightness function. Unless this looks fine to you guys, I'm gonna stick to this lighting because I think that this lighting does justice to the color. Yeah. So I got these pretty cheap. Now in the arcades, I think they charge like 300 yen per try. So if you guys aren't familiar with the yen pricing, basically if you're counting in US dollars, 100 yen is basically $1 US. So 300 yen is like $3 US for one try. Now the thing is, if you're talented enough, it is possible to get one of these figures close to about 1,800 yen. So that's $18 or so. Or well, if you're not really that lucky, you might end up spending about 3,000 yen. Or well, if you're the kind of person like me who don't really know how to play UFO catcher machines, you just go to the retail store and purchase one of these figures off the shelf. Yeah, so in Singapore, an EXQ figure would hit about Singapore dollars for about 28 to 30 Sing dollars. So if you want to round it to USD, I guess it's about 26 US dollars, I guess. So that's about 2,500 yen or so. That's pretty much about average, or rather slightly higher than average of what you spend in the Japanese arcades, you know, to get the figure. That is if you're actually willing to play the game. But I got these off Mandarake in Japan, so they were very cheap. In fact, I got this Sheryl Nome figure at 800 yen. So it's freaking cheap. And for 800 yen, let's take a look at the quality. I'm going to focus on the face. Let's see if I can focus. Yeah, there we go. So the face shape of Sheryl, it looks pretty okay on camera, but when I'm looking at it in person, her face proportion, I don't know whether you can see it. At some angle in front of my eye, Sheryl's face is pretty elongated, but on the camera it actually looks decently proportioned. Yeah, and her clothing is stained here on her boob. Well, on her shirt there is that black stain there. So yeah, there we go, there are two black stains here. I guess it's mainly from the paint from the ribbon. But I guess that's fine, because considering that it's priced at this range, and her earring and all that, so it's not really well painted. I think you can't really see. Let me try increasing the... Nah, it doesn't help, so I'm gonna refocus for the lighting. So yeah, you can't really see, but the paint job for her earring is pretty bad. Like, the purple isn't that obvious, and well, the painting for her bracelet, there is almost like no painting at all. It's pretty much gray. Yeah. So I guess this is pretty much very bad shaped EXQ figure, or rather a first EXQ figure that I've ever owned, that the paint job is pretty terrible. But well, it's on Sheryl, so I'm okay with it. Like, you see the portions of the hair, some of the black paint is a bit stained here and there, but it's cleanable, so you can probably get a wet tissue or something to wipe it off. I'm rubbing it with my fingers and it's coming off a bit, so I could probably clean it off very nicely. So let's look at the texturing though. The texturing on the dress and the skirt, it is not fancifully laced patterns, but more like when they use the clay to model this skirt, they just use the tools to imprint the lines onto the skirt, as you can see here. So that's what it looks like. As for the top portion of her clothing here, let me just try and focus it in. So you can see there's this rough linings here. That's pretty much the texture of the clothing. Yeah, and the buttons, I gotta say the top is pretty well done here. The whole portion of the top, the top clothing portion, even the sleeves or the shoulder pads area is pretty well lined. The hair wise is fantastically lined, except for this portion here. As you can see, there's this small blotch down there. This portion here, that's pretty much my peeve on this figure. You know, but considering the price that I paid for, 800 yen, I am pretty okay with the quality range. Yeah, so the ribbons on the leg, and of course the shoes, ribbons on the shoes. So I think if I had to pay more than what I currently paid, more than 800 yen, I might probably have been pretty peeved with my purchase. So guys, if you are planning to actually gain one of these figures from a third-party reseller, I would highly recommend you not to go above 1,200 yen, considering the quality of the figure. For Sheryl Nome, okay, it's fine because she's not my waifu, but you know, any collector out there with some level of expectancy, I guess, will probably want their figure to turn out well, in terms of coloring and in terms of modeling itself, plus yeah. So I guess this is pretty average for an EXQ figure. It's definitely lower than my expectation of the standard that an EXQ figure could have come out being, because I've opened up an older EXQ figure and I've seen their standard for that particular quality of figure. So guys, I guess my expectation has been set pretty high due to that figure, and now with Macross Frontier's release on EXQ, Sheryl and Ranka, Sheryl has gone below that bar. So let's see whether Ranka meets up to the standard. Okay, if you are a collector of figure and their boxes, second-hand collectors do tend to be rough. As you can see, Ranka's box has a bit of a dent in the corner, but for me, I don't have space for the boxes. Oops, Sheryl just dropped. I don't have space for the boxes, so I guess I probably might toss them out after this video. who knows. Even though I love the art on the box itself, like this one, it's really sexy. If I do really want the image, I can probably cut out the portion here and then just keep it in an album or something like that. But you know, having the real figure itself is more than you know, keeping all these images on the boxes itself. Yeah. Okay, so let's open up Ranka here and take a look at the quality. Hopefully she's better than Sheryl, but who knows, you know, because if the modeler did not put heart and soul into producing the figure, I guess they might end up being the same. Alright, so let's pop this open. Ranka and Sheryl definitely repacked the same way. Okay, so Ranka has strangely shaped box compared to Sheryl. So okay, let's try and pull her out. Just be careful with the box not to indent anything. So Ranka has a bigger base stand as compared to Sheryl. I guess it's probably because of how wide her legs is. Yeah, so from just looking from the pack itself, Ranka seems to be a bit more tan on the legs portion, maybe because of the stockings. But I don't know, but you know, you can see like her belly is of a different tone compared to the leggings. So yeah. Okay, so let's pop this open. Okay, so I'm gonna put Ranka on her stand first. So there's like a portion where her shoe goes up angled. Okay, there we go, fits nicely. Okay, so looking at the base of her feet first, the textures of the, I would say, the material, the ribbons that go around her legs, they do have that 3D feel. It is printed onto the figure, or rather the figure's leg is shaped in that sense. As you can see, there's this splitting here, so it's probably two halves, then you just glue it together. Yeah, so because of the lining, I think most figure collectors, let me see if I can focus, because of the lining in the center of the leg. Let me see if I can brighten this up so you guys can see it. I'm not too sure whether I can focus on the lining. There you go. So you guys can see there's this lining in the back of the leg. So I guess most high quality collectors would probably be very pissed off with this quality of figure, but at the price range that these EXQ figures come by, you can't really complain much. As you can see, the ribbon portion of Ranka's leg here, let me see if I can brighten this so you can see. There is this like shaded bump in the middle. There's like a different grade of color tone. Yeah, so it's like that portion where they had the ribbon stick onto it and then they melted onto the plastic piece, I guess. Yeah, so the paint job is pretty bad. They didn't really do a good job covering all the joint locations, I suppose. So I guess the legging portions of Ranka here shows that she's actually wearing some kind of stocking. That's why her leg gradients are of different colors, that kind of thing. So I do apologize guys for the poor lighting on the video, but yeah, my room light is a bit weird. So okay, focusing on the gloves now. The gloves are pretty well done. Except for the part where they cross the paint from the glove to the hand. Yeah, I guess if you really want to perfect the figure, you might have to repaint it yourself. I know there are a few figure collectors out there that do repaint figures for their own personal enjoyment. So looking at the skirt, pretty much the same standard as Sheryl's, like the clay model having the imprints of the design. Yeah, and the top portion is pretty much the same as Sheryl as well. It's just that Ranka has more ribbons because she's a more of a cutesy kind of character as compared to Sheryl. Sheryl is a bit more adult, I guess. Adult, I would say. Character personality is more adult type. More serious as an adult. Okay, so yeah, you can see that she has frills. I don't know what you call this. Yeah, but okay, so paint job wise, as you can see, it's not very good. Let me try and focus on the hand there. You can see there's this smudge there, but I guess that's what you get for a cheap figure. And her finger, the tip, the pointed finger at the tip, it has lost a bit of paint. Oops, I can't really focus on the finger. Let me see if I can do this. Can we focus? There we go. I can't really show you the tip of the finger, but there is this white dot on the tip of the finger. I guess it's because of rubbing around in the box and it probably lost its paint. There we go. So let's talk about the face. I have to say, the paint work on the eyes, or rather the printed eyes, look very, very good. Just like the quality I've seen on my EXQ Lifa. Yeah, and of course Ranka's iconic ribbon at the back, so it kind of looks like carrots. So Ninjin loves you, yeah. And her hair color is pretty nice. It is not her usual dark green hair. It's got a bit more of a brighter tone. Yep. So that's pretty much it for the figure itself. I think the color tone for the whole figure, or rather the design of the costume, is pretty sexy and dark. Well, everything is like black, brown, grey. So the only thing that stands out are their hair colors. Like Sheryl is sunset color and Ranka is like lime green. So other than that, everything else is pretty much of a monotone based color. I just love the tummy. Like you can actually see like the stomach and stomach toning on Ranka. Yeah, so Sheryl doesn't really have that scene on her figure. Yeah, you have to tilt to see a bit of her stomach. So Ranka's is very, very obvious. Yeah, and wow, the hot pants is really, really tight. Okay, so yeah, oh wow, okay, I didn't notice this. Now if you look under Sheryl's back portion of the skirt, I think I don't know what you call this, but it's yeah, so it does have that design pattern here. Now that I think the value, or rather the reasonable value of this figure has just risen for me. There's this tree-like design. Yeah, this is fantastic. Okay, so I guess Sheryl's figure is pretty well detailed in terms of that portioning. The hair and all that is still pretty okay. It's just probably the masking of all the quality of the joints and all this is very badly done for this EXQ set. Let's see, Ranka doesn't have anything special printed underneath her skirt, so that's kind of a bummer, but she does have extra ribbons as compared to Sheryl Nome, so I guess that's their kind of effort put into the figure itself. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it, what I have for the EXQ set of Macross Frontier. What do you guys think about the two figures? What are your peeves about the figure itself? If you guys agree with me on their paint job quality, I know my quality of the video is probably not so effective in terms of judging all the quality of the figure itself. If you guys own these figures yourself, do let me know in the comments down below. What are you happy about them, or maybe what parts of the figure that you don't feel happy about. Yeah, I mean, was the price okay for you guys? Did you get it cheaper? Did you get it more expensive than I did? Oh yeah, I didn't mention Ranka. I got it for 1,500 yen, as it's a brand new figure, so her price is definitely higher than Sheryl's because Sheryl's has been released for a longer time. So yeah, Ranka's was a bit more expensive, but 1,500 yen is still cheaper than the average try at the UFO catcher machines. So guys, if you want to grab yourself these figures, go ahead and search it on Mandarake or maybe even Yahoo auctions. There are some people who just sell it at a decent price at buy now. So guys, give them a look up if you guys want to collect them, especially for my Cross Frontier fans, Sheryl Nome fans, Ranka Lee fans. Yeah, do let me know in the comments down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, do hit the like button, share the video, and of course subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next unboxing video. Until then, bye!